These dark days call for crimson nights, so when the sun sets, the crimson moon rises.
Hey, Crimson Knights, how's it going? Citrian, how's it going, man? Says, let's go, can't watch, talking to therapist, but nice. Please don't bring me into, your therapy session. Because then they'll blame me. And probably rightly so, to some degree. Good to see you, Citrian. Hope you're doing well, man. Welcome back. Cheers to you and the missus. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm feeling good because, man, I was stressing about work today, like this weekend. I had a big meeting today. I had some big meetings today, and it was just kind of stressing me out. So now we got through them. They went pretty well in the end. Citrian said 2 months until I quit playing video games forever. Probably. I know, man. We gotta get it in before I never see you or talk to you again ever. See, I played the long game where I basically fashioned my children into little mini-me's. And now we play video games together. That's the way to do it. I won't say that they think that I'm cool. I don't think they quite think that, but they're at least like, he's good at video games, you know, and they have some respect for that. Eventually, they'll be like, wow, my dad's a huge nerd and a loser. Oh, man. I will say, we really did not show our kids screens for like the first year of their lives. I mean, they might have grabbed their phone and stuff like that, but like we wouldn't sit them down in front of a TV or a iPad or anything like that. We really tried to, and we also kind of had rules like when we were with our kids, to really try to be intentional to like not be on our phones, to not be distracted by like devices and stuff, but to be like tuned in and present with our kids. Again, not saying like we never picked up our phone or like whatever, but really tried to be disciplined for us and for them so that we were really connecting as much as possible with them, especially when they're young. Eventually, once they're older, it's like, you know, we're still intentional about spending time and all that kind of thing, but there's a lot of screen time, a lot of video games and all that, but we just try to make sure we're never getting too lazy about that, not letting screens parent our children. Anyways, now you're all in my therapy session, I guess. Leah, how's it going? Good to see you. How are you doing, Leah? I was just saying that today I had a big meeting and I was kind of stressing out about it. Didn't sleep super well last night, despite trying to get to bed on the earlier side. So, but I feel a lot better today. We got through the big meeting. So now I feel like I can like relax, you know what I mean? So I'm glad to be with you guys tonight. right, so Crimson Knights, I'm looking here at Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. If you pre-order, you can get access to the campaign starting October 16th. But I was looking at this because I think they just announced the open beta, so let's see. Oh my gosh, can I type? Jeez. Let's see. What do we got? 3 hours ago, they announced it. Early access, which is basically if you pre-ordered it, you get early access to the beta on August 21st through the 25th. And then the open beta straight up is August 28th to September 1st. Now, I'm not actually going to be able to really play the open beta because I'm, let's see, when is it? August 29th is my race. And I'm probably going up there the day before, so August 28th through, well, let me think about that. August 28th through 30th, I won't be able to play. I guess I could play the 31st, and if it's actually open on the 1st, it might just be the 31st, though. So, I mean, maybe I could play, like, Monday night, maybe Sunday night. That's assuming I don't die in this race. But anyways, I'm starting to lean towards a pre-order. I know those are dirty words. Dirty words! But I'm starting to lean towards it a little bit. Just so I could get access to that early access open beta. I guess it's early access beta. $70 game, though. So, $70 game. That ain't cheap. But I guess it's typical. Like, do I want to go for it? I don't know. I'm not going to pull the trigger on it right now. But we'll keep it in mind. Games that I'm definitely, like, games that I already pre-ordered. Obviously, GTA 6. All right, obviously. I also pre-ordered Star Wars Galactic Racer. I'm very excited about that. I loved, you know, Star Wars pod racing back in the day. Leaning towards getting the Call of Duty. I like what I'm hearing about the Call of Duty. This year's Call of Duty, we'll see, you know. I know it's going to be the same as always, but on the other hand, it might be fun, you know, a fun little grind. I don't know. I'm not as sure about Wolverine. I don't know. I want to be excited about Wolverine, but so far I just haven't really been excited about Wolverine. And what I saw in the Wolverine trailer was like, I'm sure it's a cool game, and if you're like a huge Wolverine fan, I mean, I'm sure it'll be a cool game, but it's like, it's like, I don't know. Probably like the Spider-Man game more, you know what I mean? All right, I've been slowly, just a little bit off stream, doing some quests, leveling up my Dark Knight. Leveling up my Dark Knight, so just got to level 35 and got the blood weapon ability. I haven't even used it yet. But we're only level 35, so in terms of our main storyline stuff, it's not really a feasible option at this time. Now, we always have to start off by going to the gold saucer. Always got to start our stream with a little bit of gambling. Crimson Knights, I need some 4-digit numbers, all right? I need 3 4-digit numbers. Does anybody have some 4-digit numbers for me, let me know. In the chat, I need them. Some winning numbers, preferably. So, I'm looking at you, Leah. She's the lucky gambler. She's the lucky gambler, she was telling us last time. So, I need the lucky numbers from her. All right, consolation prize. We guessed 1211, and it was 2955. All right. Another consolation prize. We went 1974. Another miss. Complete whiff. 3126. Another complete whiff. So a bunch of consolation prizes again. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Participant bonus. Interesting. All right. So. Okay. If enough people participate, then you could get up to consolation prize. Oh, wait, no. 4th place. So none of this even helps. 5th place plus 6%, all plus 10%, 5th place. So basically above this, it doesn't help unless you win. I need numbers, Leah. I need numbers. I need them right now. Do you got some 4-digit numbers? What are we going with? We just lost. We didn't guess a single last digit correct. So, bummer. What do we got? I need some numbers. Only four digits, though. I need 3 4-digit numbers. 4 digits. All right, we'll go 8121. How about that? 8121. All right. Boom. Now, I haven't actually looked at what I even want to spend this all on. Like, what am I saving up for? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saving this all up for. We got any more digits you want to throw out there? 7629 is a random. All right, I'm just gonna go with this random, and then we'll go with Leah's other number. I don't know. It's only 4 digits, though, Leah. You're giving me 5. Let's go 2694. How about that? 2694 out of what Leah gave me. All right, so this Saturday will be the next drawing, so we'll find out then. Find out next time. Well, probably not next time, but next week. All right, so next, I want to know... where do I spend my stuffs? Not here. This ain't it. Okay, I think it's here. At the entrance. Prize claim. Prize exchange. Weapons. Interesting. Okay. So, how many... I've got 206,000 gold saucer points. So is this stuff basically like... Dark Knight's armor? So... is this stuff basically like you turned it into glamour? Is that what this is? Senor Sapatenders. Everything. Armor. No items available as armor? Okay, accessories. Nothing? So you can only get those weapons and stuff? Mini Cactbot Broker. What's the mini Cactbot? Oh god, I don't know. Select 3 slots to uncover. What am I going for here? Oh, okay, so if you can get the total to equal 6, you get 10,000 points. Alright, I already lose that. Okay. So we're already up to, what, 14? Sorry, 13. So now we'd rather get it to, like, 15. Is that even possible? Yes. Oh, okay. Then you select a line to add up. So I could get 4, 5, 9, 3. 9 would be good. 4, 5, 9, or 3, right? I think that's... Or 1. Alright, so 9 is good. I guess we'll just go with this. Oh, then it uncovers the other ones. Okay, I did not understand this game at all. Okay. Can I play again, man? Yeah, I want to play again, because that made me mad. Okay. All right, now you got to select a line. So again, we're going for 6. You want 6. So let's just go this way, right? And see if we can get the job done. Confirm. All right, we got 9. So we got 360. Let's do one more. One more Crimson Knights. We're just a tiny little bit of, you know, scratch off lottery tickets. That's all. All right, so this would get us 11, which is decent. But I could go this way or that way. Honestly, it's completely random. Completely random, but let's go for it. Let's go down. Dang it! We got 14, which got us 54. I mean, still, you can't lose. Okay, it lets you play 3 times. You can't really lose. Tapkeeper, what is this? Purchase items. Okay, so you can spend money on, like, items for your house and stuff like that. Slash... Okay, this is our mender. Let's repair all. Sure, sure. Alright, and then what's this over here? MGP exchange. Restricted to patrons with less than 500 MGP in their possession. Okay. I guess, like, you could buy some or something? I don't know. Alright, so that's that. That's that. Okay. So, let's change to our bard and let us go back to Quethus. Actually, where is this? That guy was a Lancer who looked like they had pretty cool armor. I want cool armor, man. When do I get cool armor? Look, my armor's a little bit lame. I'm wearing like a coat. An envoy for Ishgard. Lucia seems eager to set forth for Gridania. If you've no other business in the city, join me at the Gates of Judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Okay. Wait at the Gates of Judgment, please. Yeah. Gotta get to the Gates of Judgment. Easy enough. Thank goodness for fast travel. For the Ethernet system. I just remembered what else I want to do. Not urgent, but I want to sell some stuff on the market. Get it out of my inventory. We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone, not with the ink scarce dry in the Republic's Book of Statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. Now, Leah, I can't remember, did you say that on your most recent casino trip you got some wins? I think you did say you came away with some wins. Alright, so now what? We're going to Camp Dragonhead over here? It's close enough. I don't think we have to worry about fast traveling. We don't need to teleport over here. We'll just fly. It's only a second, Crimson Knights. It's only a second. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Crimson? You may see a familiar face. Oh, will I? Ah, Crimson, old boy, how wonderful to see you, and Sir Emmerich too. To what do I owe these unexpected pleasures? I will have some mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Honorroyd. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Blah, 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 blah. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as naturally as breathing to a Garl. I mean, to an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel in the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Come on, carry on, Commander. Yeah, little Honorroyd just has a squeaky little voice. Surprised to see yours truly at the helm? Yeah, a little bit. You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. They got a picture of dead brother on the wall. Yet we can but play at the hand we're dealt. With a little help from the veterans and Honorroyd's ceaseless chiding, I'm sure I'll muddle through. So worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. He a real one. He a real one for that. Alright, now what? Speak with Sir Emmerich in New Gridania. Well, that happens to be my hometown and home point. So we get a free teleport right back home. And while we're there, we're going to visit the market and try to sell some of our stuffs that we don't need. You know what I mean? Oh, wait. Might as well speak to Sir Emmerich since he's sitting right here. He's right here, so let's just talk to him. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am as enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as when I first laid eyes upon it. I do agree that it is quite beautiful. I love the woods. I fear that this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. An allied decision. Sir Emmerich is ready to attend the council. It seems we are to have an escort to the Lotus Stand. A pleasant place to discuss unpleasant matters, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are the last to arrive. Let us announce ourselves, shall we? Way to go. Congratulations on your wins, Leah. Very nice, very nice. Look how crowded this place is, man. Crazy. Alright, so I want to go to here. Hey, Dogpool, how's it going, man? How you doing this fine evening? So here's a question. Dogpool, Leah, others. Anybody got any summer vacation plans? What do we got lined up? Where are we vacation, Crimson Knights? Where are we going? I'm here to do your every bidding, Master. Ask of me anything at all. Yikes. View venture report complete. Got me some maiden carp. Confirm! Behold the fruits of my labor. I do hope it's everything you expected. Alright, let's sell items in my inventory on the market. Does not seem that these are selling. Most unfortunate! Okay, let's see if we can sell this. Item comparison. No, that's not what I want. Alright. We're gonna put this up for sale. Let's compare some prices. It sold one time for 30K. We don't even know when. Velveteen trousers. Let's see about this. This sold one time for 13. Leather mitts. I thought that it like... Okay, history. This is what I'm looking for. Alright, so it sells like every few days one will sell. This is what I want. This is what I want. Okay. So, you know, we reasonably could sell this for like, whatever, 3,000. Alright, so let's just sell this for 3,000. Boom. Alright, next, let's go back and look at this because I was not doing this properly. Let's look at the history. So one of these also sells, you know, every few days or whatever, and it does sell for up to 30K. Fair enough. So let's just sell ours for 29. Undercut this guy. All right, next let's look at this. Dogpool said, no, your mom. Boom, got him. Got on! Alright, we can reasonably, again, undercut this, sell for 12,000. Again, I'm just pretty much trying to get this out of my inventory, but if I actually get some money for it, I mean, that could be swell. Looks like the price is way down. So let's just sell for 300 and move on. 300. Confirm. This meat, this marmot meat and mutton loin has been on the market for so long that it has to absolutely be spoiled by now. All right, seems good. Dogpool said, sorry, Crimson, I'm just high now. I'm just high tea now because I'm in the military. What do you mean you're in the military? What are you talking about? He's got 38 gil for me. I want it all. Give me your monies. You know, he's probably got a lot of stuff that I could work on. I got you, Dogful. I just gotta make sure, though, because it's like, bro, are you actually? I don't know. Somebody suddenly joins the military? Possible. Now, I think I looked through all this stuff just to make sure I didn't want it. Right now, my Dark Knight is level 35, so I'm just like kind of looking at what I've got that my Dark Knight could use. But I don't really think I have anything. Yeah. Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, in terms of vacation... in a couple weeks, I'm gonna go visit family in Minnesota. The in-laws. So, it'll be nice to get out of town. And we'll have a good time. Go to the pool, go to some lakes, you know. So, that'll be good. We'll do a day trip. This weekend, I'm hoping to do a day trip to, hoping to do a day trip to the beach. We haven't gone to the beach yet. So, do some other day trips and stuff. I was bummed this past weekend because a lot of stuff, we had a lot of plans for this weekend. It all got canceled because of, like, thunderstorms and wildfire smoke from Canada and stuff like that. So it all got canceled. The envoy from Ishgard's arrived? Very good. This way, if you put... Ah, and the Lominson party as well. I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Crimson, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day for reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. This is Ugiri. Master Crimson, I was glad to hear from Real that the missing scions have now been found. There's much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we? I'll respond to chat after this cutscene, by the way. I got some voice acting to do. Excuse me.
I bid you welcome, my friends.
Never mind. They took my job from me.
As you will by now be aware, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gyr Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies labored to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people, too, would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal.
On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans
This is
in
basically
motion.
NATO
Is the Alliance agreed?
in Eorzea.
Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
Look at these shouties.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
It's just his face. He scowls all the time, like
I
me.
agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
What prize does he play for? Time to take a sip of G Fuel. Sip G Fuel? Cheers, Dogpool. You know, my alert sound still is not working, and I don't know why.
Boo,
Like,
you're
I
British,
can't hear
you're
it.
British, you're British. Boo! You're British! You're British! I don't want to hear it! Oh! Go back to England, lad!
Boo, you're British! But see, I couldn't hear that. What's going on here, man? Let's see. This happens every so often, and I don't know how to fix it. No, that's not. I don't know. Audio monitoring device. Look at that. All right, let's do a test.
Moon rocks
I
redeemed.
don't hear it. I don't hear it, and I don't know why.
Moon
There we
rocks
go.
redeemed.
All right, now I can hear it for some reason. All right, I fixed it. Let's go. Dogpool said, I don't know. If someone signed up now, it's kind of a red flag for me. Dude, I agree. I agree. I mean, look, I have all the respect in the world for people in the military. And I know that, you know, there's a lot of reasons to join. People want to make a difference. They want to have the training, the discipline. They want to have the adventure. They want the benefits of joining the military. There are a lot of reasons. But hey, look, like, recruitment is way down because I think, quite frankly, our generation is just tired of fighting meaningless wars for old men. You know what I mean? Not really interested in doing that. So there's a reason that recruitment is way down. Yeah, I guess I'll just say that. Weather nice up there? Dude, in the summer, the weather in Minnesota, in my opinion, is pretty perfect. Still gets very hot, you know, but there are pools and lakes everywhere. So it's in the summer, Minnesota is perfect. It's amazing. In the winter, it is brutal. Just brutal. But I like summer in Minnesota, so, you know, I'm excited to go up there. I actually haven't asked my in-laws how, if at all, the smoke is affecting them. Like, I don't know if they are covered in smoke from the wildfires as well, or were. I don't know. I forgot to ask them, actually. I'll have to ask about that. That the council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is a heartening development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Ah, good. You have yet to depart. I feared I had missed you. Sir Emmerich! Master Alfino, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Alice, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I'd hoped to thank Crimson for serving as our escort before our other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Doman ally. Hiding over there behind a tree. Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and force of habit made me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Ugiri. I was most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard support. My nation's historic failure to heed the Alliance's pleas for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer were it not for your timely offer of cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seedseer to accept us both. I very much appreciated the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad are we to have you. Pray convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever's wrong with the simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That is how we adult speak, dear sister. Mayhap the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant's Toll, you giddy? I think she's got a cool thing. Actually, I think I shall first pay a brief visit to the East Shroud. I'm curious to know how Papalimo and Ida fared in their talks with the Sylphs, not to mention what has been going on at Balesaw's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. She's got like a cool outfit, armor, and weapons. I like it. I think she looks pretty cool. The other thing, I have some like guilty pleasures in Minnesota. I love going to oh shoot. Oh, Caribou Coffee. I love going to Caribou Coffee, and they have this like whatever iced drink called like Campfire Mocha. It is so good. I get that like every day that I'm there. It's so good. Not good for you. Not good for you, but very tasty. Also, I have a cousin who owns a famous cupcake shop, and I love getting those cupcakes. I mean, they are literally the best cupcakes you will ever have in your life. They're just so good. So I love going to that. And then I also love going to what's it called? Bonchon? Like Korean wings. We do have that in Philly here, but I don't really go. I only go when we go out to Philly, but it is so good. Oh man, those are like, I'm just excited for that stuff as well. Like having some good food and drink. All right, what are we doing? An allied decision. Speak with Alice in Revenant's Toll. All right, back to Mordona we go. Yeah, lots of good stuff. Little guilty pleasures like that. Welcome back, Crimson. I don't know about you, but I'm heartily glad that all the talking's over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have to weigh every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. That said, people have been known to change, and if my brother's willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Alright, we could get Heavenly Eggnog, Wildwood Scrambled Eggs, Spaghetti Carbonara. We'll get some more of that, why not? Why not? More spaghetti. That's what I had for dinner tonight anyways. Griffin on the wall. Alice seems eager to discuss the council's decision with the other scions. Another brick orchestrion roll. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. Well, as much as I enjoy the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Ah, you are returned from the council. But what of Alfido? Did some other matter require his attention? My apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl, how's Nago doing? She will be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru's keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I'm certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, is committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzean Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be in the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance.
Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There is a network of tunnels beneath Balsar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in? Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I'm familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want. I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It's been far too long since I shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Pryle and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Lavaliers? I will return to East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take a turn for the worse, 'twould seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Crimson? Gridania will be safer for your presence, and while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on? I knew she was gonna say no! To hold the fort, you mean? Very well, I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. Okay, she didn't say no, but she did shake her head no. She's not happy about it. I don't want to just stay there doing nothing. Well, not nothing, but... If you have any unfinished business in the toll, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unobstructed view of Balsar's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders who've installed themselves at its top. Alright, where's the Hawthorne Hut? Okay, we're going all the way to the Black Shroud, right? Alright. Let us teleport once again. Ah, Crimson, there you are. Come. Amaris says the Alliance officers on the platform should be able to apprise us of any developments on the wall. At the wall. Fancy me and the two of you here. We're about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alfino. We'll have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which is it to be? It would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo. I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. Oh, she's gonna shake something, huh? I think I feel a headache coming on. Let us be on our way, shall we? She's gonna shake whatever she needs to shake. Ah, some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our Alliance friends will doubtless have news for us. Alright, speak with the Serpent Scout at Emeryse's Spire. Why don't we take a nice little flight? Nice little flight on over. Welcome, Warrior of Light. I assume you're here to speak with our commanding officers? You will find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Yes. Greetings, my friends. 'Tis good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here, see? And the sight of you might help remind him why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day of the Grand Melee. Having borne the brunt of your blows, may I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. 'Tis heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. That's all he said. Uh-oh. Seems like not so quiet anymore. Report! What? 7 hells! Fighting's broken out on the top of the wall! A full-scale assault! So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. We gave no such order. Of course. The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We've been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. Those uniforms were convincing enough to deceive my scouts. The Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it will be comparatively easy for the Griffin supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then incite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Crimson, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the 2 of you? Our companions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle, and I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It would be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin. And if we can do that... Lady Hilga, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? Ha! I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisals. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. There he is. The Griffin. Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. From what Papalimo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straightaways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way. The time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason, by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position with all due haste. And if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us all away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Balesaw's Wall duty now accessible. Alright, Crimson Knights, before we jump into this, I'm gonna go grab another drink. So I'll be right back. All right. How'd you guys enjoy the chair stream? Pretty good, right? All right, we're going in with NPCs. That way we can just jump right in. Commence Balesaw's Wall. Good stream, baby.
I knew you'd enjoy it, Dog Pool. Here we go. Look at those giant dogs I'm gonna have to put down. Let's go! Foyles! This thing is weak! Cohort Secutor. So, we're basically in the final stages, the final patches, it's called, of this expansion. So we're pretty much at the end of Heavensward, and then the next expansion is Stormblood. So we're close now to starting up Stormblood. Keep it moving, people. Keep it moving. Good thing they don't all just try to attack us at once. That would be crazy. So, Leah, what are you up to lately? What's new with you? The Canis Pugnax. Sorry, but we do have to put these dogs. Gotta put down these dogs. Alright, we got an Imperial identification key, which we can hopefully use to get through this security terminal. Open the gate. The gate is open. Kill these fools. Excellent. Took care of all that. I'm getting another identification key. Leia said, had to go check up on my mom. She's a real serious test in the morning. I'm worried about her. Everyone keep her in your thoughts and prayers. She has not been doing good. Haven't talked about or broken any news about it past month or so. She's been having some breathing problems. They're going to do a lot of different tests on her tomorrow to find out what's going on. All I ask is please keep her in your thoughts. Absolutely, Leia. We'll absolutely keep your mom in our thoughts and prayers. And as always, I mean, you know, hopeful that you can get some answers. Because I think as much as it's difficult to deal with the actual problems themselves, it's all the more difficult if you don't know what the problem is. You know, if you're not able to have a diagnosis, not able to get it the right treatments or whatever. So absolutely, please keep us posted. I hope that she, but your family gets the answers that you guys really are needing and wanting. Alright, so this is the Magitech Predator that we are facing right now. Thank you for sharing that with us, Leah. Got him. Got him! Impossible. This was my latest model. All right, we got a little treasure coffer here. Filibusters. Maddie said, next month she'll be 79 years old in November. My dad turns 80 years old. I'm totally shocked. I'm totally stunned. Can't believe my mom and dad are that old. That's definitely getting up there, Leah. Wow. That is crazy. Well, again, best wishes to your mom. Yeah, it was weird for me when my grandparents passed away. And then realizing, like, wow, my parents are now, you know, the oldest generation here. Kind of crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at how many there are. This is crazy. just gonna keep quick knocking them. Alright, that was a lot of enemies to get through. Sheesh. Oh my gosh, these guys are huge. Dogpole said, my pops passed away 2 years ago. He was 86 and I was 33. Dogpole, is your pops your grandfather or your father? I'm assuming your father, but I'm just, yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dogpool. I'm sure that was tough. I mean, that's pretty young for you to lose your dad, so I'm sorry to hear that. Leah said, I'll be 51 in December. Well, you're doing great, Leah. I know you're going through a lot. So you're a very strong person, Leah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, you know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess, you know, some people have great relationships with their family members and their parents. Some don't. I think, you know, whether you do or you don't, I think it's probably difficult to lose a parent, whatever your relationship with them is like. Whether you'll admit it or not, you know, I'd imagine that's tough, so. It's part of life. I haven't had to go through that yet, you know, but most likely, and however many years, decades, you know, I may have to go through that, and that could be tough. This elevator is an elevator from hell. made this elevator, dude. Am I gonna go super fast now? Kind of. All right, so defeat the armored weapon. Literally armored weapon. Okay. Right off the bat, hit with Venomous Bite and Wind Bite so that it's taking some extra damage over time. That's the goal. Motion tracking activated. I guess maybe you're supposed to... Am I supposed to not attack during that time? Perfect pitch. Dang it. I think I'm supposed to not attack during that time. I got off Iron Jaws just in time to save the Venomous Bite and the Wind Bite. What the? Okay. Didn't get hit by the lasers. Oh, shoot. Go team! Structural integrity compromise. Initiating withdrawal protocol. 30 elegant tombstones of poetics. And treasure. Big battle voice, what? Oh, that just went down, okay. Alright, so now what? Now we go this way? Leia said, yeah, this year's been pretty tough, but look on the bright side. I'm still here, still going, still doing what I gotta be doing, even though my mom and dad are not in real good health. Still going, that's all that matters. Thunder's still going, he'll be 8 years old in November. Can't believe he'll be 8 years old. Thunder's older than one of the Crimson kids. Actually, no, that's not true. They're like the same age. 8 years old in November. Same age. This guy's really in pursuit here. All right, now we got to kill the gunship. Well, I don't know if it'll let us kill it. Seems like it will. It's dying fast, so. All right, it's dead. Now we can pick up this treasure coffer, another filibuster thing. Let's get this identification key. All right, next we gotta clear the parapet. Clear the parapets! This duty's actually a little bit more involved than I anticipated. Keep it moving, people. Keep it moving. To the top of the wall. It seems like we're close. Like we're close to the top of the wall. I guess we gotta clear the parapets, though. Ooh, treasure coffer. Don't mind if I do. Unable to obtain Filibuster's Bracelet of Slaying because I already have it. What do you know? Killing the fake loyalist. Well, they're loyalists, but they're the fake false flag attackers trying to frame the armies of Eorzea. Final Fantasy NATO. Alright, we're through. Oh, another secret treasure coffer. They're trying to hide these from me. Choker offending. Nothing that I can apply right now, so. Alright, what do we have? Oh. Are we gonna fight him? Possible. The Griffin. Is the real Griffin or a fake one? Removed his mask. Alright, I guess we're fighting him. Mask is off. The Griffin must die. Your scheming ends here. I'll give you a glorious end, warrior of light, says the Griffin. Oh, dang.
How'd you like these?
Uh-oh, I'm stunned!
Sloppy.
Oh, he got me. He got me. Shoot, let's second wind.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Where am I supposed to go here?
How'd you like these?
God. Let's see a squirm out of this one, he says. All right, let's get the restraint collar off this guy. We can't have him down. That could be a problem.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
I really like Iron Jaws. You gotta pay attention to it to make sure you don't, like, lose track of it, but...
I have you now.
Okay, now what's going on? Blade of the Griffin must die again.
How'd you like this? Yeah!
Try to get him with Wanderer's Minuet. Perfect pitch. Here we go. Oh, okay. String collar's off. Good, good, good. I think we got him, Crimson Knights. And so the Griffin must fall. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I love that victory. That victory song. Final Fantasy victory song. All right, we got 77,000 XP from that. That's actually decent. That is actually decent. All right. We beat him.
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
What is it? You never like to see a dying guy smile quite like that.
We did it! We showed the bastards! Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
Who do we have here? Who's this?
This is for Alamigo.
Laurentius.
For Eorzea. They die that others may live.
Who's that evil little Lalafell?
Vanguards! Attack!
Seven hells. Do you hear that?
Are all these people gonna die now?
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
Oh, dang! That guy just got destroyed.
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Oh, man. You hate to see it. Retreat! Retreat! I just killed one of those things with like 3 other people. Oh, wow. They all died. No survivors.
Gods help us. What were we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
Well, it's too late. Because you started a freaking war.
Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength to crush our...
There you are. As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre.
Well, it's pretty much over, so there's nothing for us to do.
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Illbird. I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leveilleur.
Leveilleur. What?
Nidhogg's eyes.
He's got the freaking eyes.
For you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my call. Take back our homeland! Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should wield these eyes? Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
Wow. Okay,
what exactly do you mean to do?
He means to suckle on souls.
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
He's good at jumping. Alright, so what's he doing? Is he summoning Nidhogg again?
An ending to mark
For
a
what?
new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
This guy's nuts! Okay, that sounded like he just straight up died. That did not sound like he lived. This is pretty creepy, dude.
This light, is it...
His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do!
There is one thing.
It's always one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Ah, Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Tipsamati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalimo! I know how that spell works.
Is he gonna sacrifice himself to contain this primal?
It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her. Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it, Thancred! Put me down! Thancred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Like, but I'll take the sword, maybe. Oh, what should I do? Should I trust in Papalymo and leave on the airship? Or stay at his side? I'll trust in him.
Hilda! I think he means now!
I feel like, wouldn't you want to, like, say goodbye? Like, goodbye, Papalymo.
Farewell again, my
We
dear
love you.
Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
It's better work, my boy. Seems to have worked, but what happens to Papalymo? That kills him somehow, or what? Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papalymo's my friend! I should have been there with him! You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing, what had to be done. Master Louis Soir wore that same look right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know, all right, I know! There's nothing more you could have done. Ilberd caught us all off guard. Even Crimson was powerless to stop him. That's right, even me. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papalymo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. She said I'm weak? Not even I could solve that problem. Alright, let's see if we can learn this. Or orchestrion roll. Louis Soir's finest student. It's plain that recent events have shaken Alphino to the core. We'll give the forever lost orchestrion roll.
Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. Not an alpha male. Are alpha males actually alpha males? Alright, we gotta go back to Alice at the Rising Stones in Revenant's Toll. So let's go back there. Would seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye. Behind the griffin's mask, we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on. By the 12... I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's ether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalymo knew. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even under the grave. I have as yet been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind-aspected ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then mayhap it was the work of an Ascian, but now is not the time for idle speculation. Cryle, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it then. I'm not wearing a purple blouse! What? Without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon Y'shtola her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. Desire to comfort Eda doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I, too, must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Alice, I shall honor our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exist writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalymo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilberd's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. I'm wearing a coat, okay? A coat. School's out forever. Achievement unlocked. The obvious solution, the interminable wait for news from Gridania, seems to be taking its toll on Alice. From this we'll get Steel Reason Orchestrion roll. Ah, Crimson, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning we still have no idea how long it will be before... A communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Ishtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I'm told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones in Tataru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. To Gridania again!
A word, if you would, good sir. This place...
Who is this?
It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Yeah, bro.
Hey? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Yes?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not
This guy
without
is
its
huge.
hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again.
Got a big old katana.
You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port.
He just, like, freaked out everybody in the entire pier.
Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order.
Who is this guy?
Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Oh, he passed out. Okay.
God, man, are you all right?
He's not okay. He needs medical attention immediately. We're gonna need an IV. Get fluids right into him.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
That was hilarious. Alright, so now we gotta go back to Gridania, right? Nafika's altar, right? Yeah. Back to Gridania. Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please. I do, please.
Dear friends, Pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
It's like a Pokeball, a giant Pokeball.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon, of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
How is it doing that when it's contained inside the cocoon?
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be
Nero
begging me for my
Tolskeva.
assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartano since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer. The mechanical genius
Master
who restored
Engineer.
the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, just trying to, like, destroy the whole freaking world.
And as luck would have it, I'm graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
I don't know what this guy's angle is.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Does he make a convincing case, or I'll keep an eye on him? I don't know. He makes a convincing case. I don't like it, but...
He makes me grind my teeth is what he does. But I suppose we don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Cartano and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Cartano being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Fair proposition. Fair proposition.
My blade is yours.
He's like, what?
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
That smile. I'm curious if, like, is this expansion gonna end as kind of a cliffhanger, or is it gonna wrap up in a nice little bow? I don't really know how they string these expansions together. Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Steel Reason Orchestrion. The Greater Obeisance. Alfino is eager to join Sid and the others, and we get some kind of mystery gift. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alice is already on her way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. Back in the day, you would just like wait around looking for a party. The matchmaking system in this game is so much better than it used to be. So I'm glad that the matchmaking system of Final Fantasy XIV is so much better than Final Fantasy XI. You don't spend nearly as much time trying to find parties. Crimson, Alfino, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest he wander. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alfino. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight. She and Yugiri are... Ah, well, here they are now. Right, I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh? I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you finish procrastinating. All right. While Alfino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Ishtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Crimson, pray accompany Alice back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. Immediately ready. Immediately. Let's go. Her name is Haida. You're traveling with Master Garlon, sir. The Enterprise Excelsior's right this way. To Mordona! Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? Really? It flew me here, and now I gotta just fly myself on Dragon the rest of the way? Nero Toskeva.
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation.
Is it though?
Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Okay, she is bragging about a kettle that she makes tea with.
We are returned.
Yeah, we can see that.
Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
Poor Ida.
By your leave!
Alright, what is this guy's deal? Who is he?
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu! Why you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
The greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
I want to go to this other
There is
land,
more.
Doma.
A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
It's like, I
How
came
very
all
noble of
this
you.
way.
Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
If this guy is joining our party, I am excited about that. I like this guy.
Crimson, wait! Could I speak to you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet at the Diamond Forge and we, ambushed you? Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here!
Oh, is this the mystery gift?
You can try it on right now if you like.
Okay, that's not what I was expecting. I do not look like an archer.
Assuming we measure correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell how much this means to me. You've crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light. Well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, you know, bring you home. May it always protect you.
Alright, so we get Scion Adventurer's monocle, jacket, bottoms, and boots. I want, like, some awesome armor, though. Like, this is a suit and tie? Give me some awesome armor.
Fly free, my pretty.
Ida's eyes shine with rekindled determination. We get the He Who Continues the Attack Orchestrion roll, and Imperial Will Orchestrion roll.
So, we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Ida, you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I'll remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alfino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kryl? A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Cotonou Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Crimson, Ida, and our Doman friends take care of security. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. We fly by Black Chocobo. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Cotonou before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given that Aline Royale was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of his existence. And Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by his new primal. It's not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Flying into a fight. Here we go, Crimson Knights.
Now, where was that? Ah. I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect
Britain
airship,
Wall.
and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
Of all the freaking scouts they could have sent.
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
I am Gorsetsu.
Gorsetsu
of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
I'm trying to think of who this guy reminds me of.
You watching, Cavalieros?
I haven't.
It's all over now.
They should have stayed in the soles of my boots. Alright, can somebody aggro this guy? Why am I fighting him by myself?
Look upon a samurai of Doma.
No moving back. Leave this to me.
What's going on here? Surrender. We have you outnumbered. Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Am I gonna get to fly this thing? Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. Hi. Yeah. What the?
No one told me they'd have magic armor. Forward! For the Empire! The honorless cur thinks to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. This thing is crazy! The heck? Where am I supposed to go now?
No surrender.
It's my right to strike. Look upon a samurai of summer.
It's all over now. Leave this to me.
This is fun now.
You watching, Pabalino?
Did we do it? They're all running away? Deserting is punishable by death. I order you stand your ground. Come back here now, please. Now he's begging. Pitiful. God damn it all to seventh hell. I'll kill you bastards if it's the last thing I do.
No surrender.
Tis my right to strike.
No holding back.
Ah, stupid.
Look upon a samurai of summer.
It's all over now. Leave this to me.
Why are they not aggroing him more? Like, why is he chasing me so much?
Alright, we got him. He's done. Mark my words, it'll be you who rues this day. You haven't seen the last of me.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
What do we have here?
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
He's like, yeah.
And should the machine happen to misbehave,
Totally gonna do
we'll
that.
simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
It's a good question. Well, what do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
She will live with the consequences. Own the decision.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
That didn't seem evil at all.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
So is whatever this thing is. Some giant dragon. pretty awesome dragon, though. Unfortunately, Omega missed every shot. It's quite the tidal wave. Get him, Omega! It's like Dragon Ball Z. Whoops.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered a malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Do we think Nero is just gonna walk away from this? What does that mean?
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
I guess that fully kills Papalimo. By destroying the primal, they had to kill Papalimo, essentially.
I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. True Gridania? One moment, everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. The far edge of fate. Alfino has the look of a man with much to say. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with mine own eyes. Ida, wait! We must first... the Elder Seedseer is expecting us. Worry not, Alfino. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. Alright, to the Lotus Stand. The Elder Seedseer awaits you within. My friends, full eagerly have we waited to your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You're too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing, that much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Gyr Abania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows. It wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair fall motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could only think of Bahamut while looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. The Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Gyr Abanian side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of Marshal Terrapin. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis system, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue.
Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed it at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Girabania. Though Ilbert has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. By working in concert, it's not impossible that Ala Migo might finally be wrested from Garlemon's grasp. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Ishtola and the others have gathered at Amarasake's Spire. And I imagine that you two would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilbert's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
Pretty awesome dragon,
such a
though.
Horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilbert all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Alag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She's up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhaps she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Took off her mask?
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's
His little
mask.
shadow.
20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Charlian. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know.
So this is not actually Ida?
Ida
Ida's
died
dead?
6 years ago, on a mission
Wow.
to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo.
Yeah, I totally knew this.
They say she
Totally
was
figured it out
overwhelmed by
immediately.
Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
I'm not gonna say anything right now.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise.
Lise.
When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
I love the sound of, like, crickets and frogs in the night.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
Leah said, you should hear our backyard in September. We have so many baby frogs.
It was brave of Lise to remove her mask. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Papalimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on this road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taru and my sister.
Like I said, and Locust is going on at the same time, making all kinds of noises. It's really cool to listen to. Yeah, I just, like, basically being in the woods or near a lake at night, and those sounds is awesome. Oh, there you go. Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, the end of the patches and everything. We have fully completed the Heavensward DLC, which means next time, which is probably going to be on Wednesday, we will start up the next expansion, which is Stormblood. So, very cool story. Loved it a lot. Really got a lot more into Final Fantasy XIV through this expansion. And I'm excited to see what Stormblood brings. Now, we actually already watched through It's gonna make me watch this whole thing. Skip. Yeah, we've already watched this. Alright, so let's end the far edge of fate.
He may have mentioned, but Alfino has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the Stormblood expansion. Lise has chosen her path, and as our friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Gyr Albania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom but indolence, correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire, as, I rather suspect, do you. Quick march! The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. It's almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, Ilberd. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Belsar's War has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, the battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend... Your will be done. I didn't even say anything. He just looked at him. I didn't even move. Unknown? My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it proved a match for Omega. Yes, the coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. The smile behind the mask. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. "5 minutes of fate achievement unlocked." Leia said, I'm really enjoying this chapter. I look forward to seeing the other chapters as well as all the others. Yeah, so I think that's the end of Heavensward. We finished Heavensward. And then Stormblood picks up... Oh, hold on. What was all this? Heavensward, post Heavensward. Oh yeah, okay. So Beyond the Great Wall would be our next mission, and that begins officially the Stormblood main scenario quests, and there's, you know, a ton of Stormblood quests to get through. After Stormblood, so now we've done, you know, now we've done the 7th, we've done the 7th Umbral and 7th Astral, like, base game quests. We've done Heavensward and post Heavensward. We're getting into Stormblood, then there's Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawn Trail. So we finished the base game and 1 DLC. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4 more DLCs, plus another DLC that is set to come out sometime in like early 2027. So lots of content to play through. Lots of fun. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm glad that some of you guys are as well. So we'll call it there, though. We finished Heavensward. Yay us. All right, Crimson Knights, thank you so much for joining the stream tonight. Again, glad you guys enjoyed it. I am going to be back on Wednesday night, and we'll be picking up with the new DLC Stormblood. I'm really excited to get it started and see where that whole story takes us. So looking forward to some more Final Fantasy XIV on Wednesday. Until then, Crimson Knights, sleep well. Leia, thoughts and prayers to your mom. Hope you guys get some good answers and everything. And we look forward to hearing, hopefully, some, you know, positive news on Wednesday. Sleep well, everybody. Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for liking the video and being subscribed, joined, followed on the channel on YouTube and on Twitch. Sleep well, and I will see you on Wednesday.